Welcome back to the ShaloTek Podcast. We're back for episode 6.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate that we have to open this with a solemn announcement.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but we've lost one of our compatriots, one of the crew that's been with us since day one. He will be missed. Travis, our fearless leader, is no longer with us. He has passed on to the... No, the bitch overslept, so he ain't here.
God, that's great. Should have just let you keep going. I couldn't hold back the laughter. God, it would have been freaking great.
Yeah, just don't tell him. Don't show him the edit and let him see it on YouTube. You're like, what the hell I'm doing?
Play it out. The next podcast, somebody different. Yeah, we still don't have Travis.
Yeah, or he's back and he's like, it's a miracle.
You saw
He's
Travis
here.
in the background? No, you didn't.
It's a figment of your imagination. Grief often causes hallucinations, so
Yeah.
you should seek counseling.
Good Lord. Jeez. So this week we, I guess last podcast, Friday, we dropped the 320F IC. I always have trouble getting that right. So many
Dude, I sold
terms
it.
in there.
I was talking to some dealers yesterday.
Yeah.
And I sold the wrong thing.
Did you?
I'm not kidding. I was like, you got to check this thing out, man. And I called it completely the wrong thing. And they're like, you need to check your price sheet because I'm not seeing it. It's not on there. And I'm like, how did we possibly not get it on the price sheet? That's why I'm calling you. Like,
Were you telling them about the small 320?
No, I was calling that the 320 LC Warden because I thought it was the exact same thing as the 365. So, but if nothing else, it just highlights how easy it is to get things kind of like easily mixed up. So,
yeah.
But F in chat, it died.
Jeez. Yeah. 320F IC. Yeah, we had a drop on it. We did pretty good with it, and we're still drawing in people. I was able to take it out to the range, and it's funny. So our Instagram got a post. Yeah, it's going to drop again. Got a post of some really bad, like, limp wristing at the range. I think you saw that.
Yeah.
You know. That was me.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and own that.
Mm-hmm.
That was...
Well,
the least I could say is, like, I know how to shoot and I know how to not limp wrist, but I was also 3-4 hours running drills on the range, so I was just tired.
Let's back up a second, okay? It's easy to criticize, you know, and especially when it's all in slow-mo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's a YouTube channel, I think it's called, like, the Slow-Mo Guys. There's stuff that happens that you just don't notice in regular speed, but when it's slow-mode, and you have the anonymity of the internet, anybody can be a critic. You know what I mean? I get it. At the same time, I would like to commend you. You know, you've come from, you've come so far from like
where I would have had ejection issues of the round like pointing straight up.
You've had that happen on this?
No, not on this, but just from those situations.
Oh, well, I was
really bad
like,
limp wrist.
You were a vegetarian, and now you eat meat. You know, you were always questionable about dating. Like, now you know exactly who you're going for. And now, I mean, you were just saying this morning, like, your wife doesn't even know who you are anymore because you wore a green hoodie.
Gosh.
Love you. Don't get mad at me. But yeah, you know, there's no question you've definitely come a long way in the past, whatever, 3, 4, 5 years from who you were.
Yeah.
And think about it. I'm one day younger than dirt, and you're a child.
Yeah, it's funny. Did you see the podcast notes?
No.
Yeah, so I had put in the podcast notes, I had stated, like, what's happening that's new. Let's see, what did I say? Are there any life changes to bring up?
Oh, do tell. You got something? Because I did read that, and I was like, man, what's he hiding?
Yeah, so Travis isn't here, but he actually just bought a house.
Yep.
So congrats for him. He's got some work he's got to do to it, and I know he'll end up talking about it on the podcast.
There.
What do you mean?
New year, new me, new house. I ain't gonna be the podcast, you know.
I've grown past this life.
I don't need to do that, guys.
And then the other thing that's on there, so Travis bought a house, and then Tim is another day older.
Yeah, thankfully we're marking them down each day as a celebration.
Yeah.
Because if you can make it one more, you've done good, especially at my age.
Yeah.
You know, it's messed up. What are you, like 26, 27 years old? All right. I remember when I was 26, the concept, and I'm sure a ton of people feel the same way, the concept of seeing 50 was never in the cards. Like, it just never was in the cards. Because you're like, I'll be dead by then. I will have, you know, everybody has their whatever vices they have, whatever activities they participate in, whatever. It's like, nah, man, I ride motorcycles way too fast. I'll be dead by 30, you know, or party every weekend. I'll never make it. You know, like, nobody ever thinks about being 50. And then you wake up one day and you're 50 and you're like, I can't bend over correctly. Something's wrong. Putting on socks is the challenge in the morning, you know, that sort of thing. And I don't discredit, you know, hard life. Like, I'm doing beekeeping, for crying out loud, on a commercial level for years and years and years. Guaranteed destroyed my back worse than any motorcycle accident I ever had. It's nuts. I hate getting old. It reminds me, and I don't know who said it, probably, you know, Mark Twain or something, but youth is wasted on the young. You're young and have no idea how good you got it. Not at all.
You're all
like
of
a
us
true
young
old
people.
guy.
Gosh. Good.
Like, I'm a gun guy. And then you start, that's all you do is gun guy stuff. And
Yeah.
then all you have is gun guy stuff.
Yeah, it's like I just went from having a, you know, 410 shotgun. That was it. Now I've got a, you know, 365. I'm going to end up getting me one of the 320s. I don't have one of those yet. And I've already got an AR-15 that we built last week.
Yeah. You shot that?
Yeah, that thing, dude, that was fun.
Was it?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. I got to get the sights all dialed in, but that thing was a ton of fun.
That right there is the gateway drug into all
I
gundam.
know. I've already started looking at different things, man.
It's insane because you go, and this was a lot of fun. I need those Surefire 60-round mags.
Yeah, so how do I become like one of those AR-15 YouTubers where, you know, I get all the promotional stuff to just throw on my AR?
Well, everybody needs a gimmick, okay?
Yeah.
I'm thinking Speedo. I just do nothing but run competitions in Speedo.
Have a drop leg holster with the Speedo,
you, wear
you know.
all the kit.
Bah, bah, bah.
None of the base
Drop
layer. I can hear you drop it, and you're like, ow, barrel's hot.
Yeah, right. God.
We actually do have we're sponsoring a competition this weekend over in Statesboro, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. I don't have a ton of the information because Travis is the one that kind of spearheads this competition.
Hope he's there on time.
If he watches back any of this or, you know,
Well,
just watches one of the shorts, he may just come over to you and...
Here's the beautiful thing about living to the ripe old age of old. You don't care anymore.
Yeah. Jeez.
Fire me. What am I going to do?
What's the worst you could do that hasn't already been done to me?
Yeah, right.
Jeez.
Right. I can honestly say I've never been on fire. That's probably that's the one thing I haven't done yet.
Chad, pencil that down.
Dude, get a load of this. Get home last night. Wife's making dinner. It was awesome because, you know, that's like a new thing. Sorry. Love you.
She will watch the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
So she's making dinner, and I'm standing there in the kitchen chit-chatting with her about the days ongoings and whatnot, and I'm like, oh, my gosh, what's that smell? And it's, like, weird. It's this smell it's not cooking, okay? And she opens the microwave door, and there's a fire in the microwave. Whoa, what's going on here? Don't know how, but she had put a bag in there with buns or whatever to like defrost or something, and the bag is now on fire inside of the microwave, and the plastic is melting onto that little glass tray.
Jeez.
Oh.
Jeez.
And then, of course, she's like, it'll be fine. Don't worry. We'll pick the plastic off. Everything will be fine. Damn. I can't believe this. Love you. You're the best.
Gosh.
So
That's right. I've had those conversations with my wife of like things to not put in the microwave. So
Yeah. Anything metal, no question. Obviously,
Yeah.
that's a PSA. Don't do it, kids.
Yeah.
But I'm like, there was nothing on it that could have caused that. There was, unless there was some sort of metal that wasn't supposed to be in the bag. But nevertheless, I'm don't know if I have to buy a new microwave now. But it was one of those moments where it's like, you ever seen the movie Backdraft? It's an old firefighter movie. The
No.
whole idea is like fire will smolder on the inside, eat up all the oxygen, and when you open the door, fills it full of oxygen, place blows up.
Boom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's all I could picture in my head. It's like she dies from a microwave door to the head because she opened it, and
Yes.
Backdraft killed her. Man could wish.
Jeez. Good lord.
What'd you have for dinner?
Well, you
Uh-oh.
kind of be proud of me.
Uh-oh.
Me and my wife have been meal prepping, like, for the past couple of months now.
Okay.
So this week's meal is like a penne pasta with chicken, but it's like all doused in like
Fat sauce.
it's an Indian sauce. It's
Oh.
like it's not a curry, I would say, but it's it's a nice like Indian sauce. It's butter chicken.
Butter chicken.
Yeah, it's
that's
kinda like that.
100% Indian.
Yeah,
Not kinda.
yeah, but like super healthy version of that. Yeah,
Okay. Not going into it. It's not a cooking channel. Sounds good.
yeah, it is. It is. Probably would have preferred rice over penne pasta. Seems like a weird combination, but you know,
Yeah, I haven't seen that done before.
yeah, don't do it.
Bad
Period.
idea.
Do it with rice.
Wife's been getting into the meal prepping thing too,
Yeah,
like hardcore. And the thing that kills me is just like, I get it. It makes sense. You know, like once you're in, you can keep it up and save money. You know what I
Yep.
mean? It makes life simple. But the buy-in, buddy, it's like we need all of this Tupperware stuff just so we can transport it back and forth, take it to work, whatever.
yeah.
And she, man, I'm telling you what, she got on to me last week before. I wake up on Saturday morning. I'm like, oh, okay, life's good. Sun's shining, my wife's awake, happy, whole 9 yards. She sits down on the bed. Hey, hon, how you doing? I'm like, doing pretty good. She goes, well, I don't want to ruin your morning, but you're not looking so good. We need to, oh my God.
Jeez.
Like, get kicked in the teeth right off the bat. So, yeah, I got put on a diet. I have a workout regime now.
Mm.
And none of it's going to beat the cancer that I carry with me on a daily basis.
The cancer that's never been diagnosed.
No, well, she's like, you should probably go see a doctor. And I'm like, look, I got two options. I can either die with it or die from it. I'd rather die with it. So that's why I make bad choices. Fall off a building, doing rappelling for fun.
Yeah.
Go fast on motorcycles. Upset people who carry firearms. One of my favorite hobbies.
Jeez, tell us about one of these scenarios then.
Okay, I almost got arrested one time. Well, I did get arrested, I guess, but I got released. I got detained, I guess is the legal term for it. So I used to do a job, it was bird mitigation, okay? And I would put up all these bird deterrents on buildings so that birds couldn't sit on the building and poop on it and whatnot. It sounds glamorous, it's not. But it afforded me the opportunity to learn how to do rappelling, that sort of thing off buildings. We did so much work to this one building, and we had a single bird that would defeat every single deterrent that we put on there. Put up spring wire, you've seen those bird spikes that they put up, keep pigeons from landing. We did that. Put up lasers, flashing lights, propane cannons. Like, the customer literally did everything that was in the book to try to keep this one damn bird from sitting on the building and pooping on the windows. He was spending something like $30,000 a month in window cleaners
Jeez.
just to keep
Wow.
to clean it up. So
Hey, you want nice things.
yeah, you got to pay.
Yeah.
He explored the option of getting what's called a federal depredation permit, and basically it's a license to kill. Okay, like you get paperwork from the government says you can kill that bird. Okay, because evidently it was a protected species, so or not endangered, but it was one of those, like, it's not a duck. It's not a woodland animal. You can't just hunt it. So he gets the permit. We're the agents of that permit. So we go out there, and it was right around Christmas time, okay? Everybody's on Christmas break. Building is empty, so we get it all scheduled. We got this permit in hand. My boss at the time gives me a shotgun and says, you take this, don't hit the building, take that bird out, bag it up, come home. We can call this job done, because we'd literally been working it for like 6-8 months. Okay, no problem. So, get the shotgun. I got a crew of like 6 people with me. They all want to watch because it's an interesting thing. It's Christmas break, so nobody's working necessarily. We were all hanging out. I get out there, crack of dawn. There's the bird sitting right there on the building. It's a glass building, though, okay, so I can't shoot towards it.
I could just imagine the service announcement at work. Hey, everybody's got the day off, but Tim's going to be hanging off the side of a building with a shotgun.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to come in, it's unpaid,
Yeah.
but you can come and be an audience.
And that is exactly pretty much what happened. It just wasn't on paper. It wasn't a memo, but it was like, yo, Tim's doing the thing, man. You coming? Yeah, definitely. Okay. So
Best free show I ever got.
it was great. Oh, you want to talk about a show, buddy? It gets so much good. It's so much better. So got the shotgun. Sun's starting to come up. I can see the bird sitting right there where he's supposed to, and I'm on the ground. I'm not rappelling, but I need the bird to move. I need to come off the building. That way I can take a shot at him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I send one of the guys up top of the building. They go lean over the edge, spook the bird. Bird goes to fly away. Bam, bam. I don't know what was in the gun, because at the time I was not a shotgun guy at all. And completely missed. Bird flies away.
Was it a slug?
It might have been. Yeah, it might have been. So everybody's sitting on the curb over there watching everything, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe he'll come back, because he's not gone. And off in the distance, you can hear the sirens.
Oh,
I'm like,
jeez.
Huh. Okay, well, this is going to get interesting. So unload the gun.
And all you've got is just one guy with a gun and like 20 other people standing by you.
120. It was about 7 or 8. Okay, but they're all sitting on a curb, in the parking lot watching.
All they had to do was just lay backwards, and the situation would have been so much worse for you.
Oh, no. I don't know. It got bad. So, you can just hear the sirens getting louder and louder and louder. And I'm like, oh, okay. So here it comes. I can see them all coming down the road now. So I take the gun and I lay it down, put my hands up in the air. All the cars, it looks like bank robbery. They've all sliding and everything. And the weirdest thing, first car, lead guy, comes to a screeching stop from 100 to 0 in no time. Door opens leisurely. He steps out of the car all leisurely, I'm expecting.
You didn't just pull up like you were out of the Fast and Furious movie.
100%. He gets out as slow as you possibly can, shuts the door, grabs his gun. Get the F on the ground! He goes from 100 to 0 to 100 again. And I'm like, oh no. Now I'm laying on the ground. I'm not exactly
Matthew?
sure. So, now here I am. I'm laying on the ground. They handcuff me, and they're going on doing all this talking and whatnot. And I'm like, well, that's great. I'm going to jail. There's no two ways around it. And they set me up and they started asking questions. What do you do? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? And I'm like, hey, look, man, this is my job. This is the permit that I have for the federal government saying I can do this. Here's my client. Here's my contract, the whole 9 yards. He goes, all of that is great, but you're in a bird sanctuary, and nobody told us. And I'm like, I can't believe my office didn't call their office and try to get it figured out. So it was about half an hour of me in handcuffs, cold. It was like this, 20-some degrees outside. And now keep in mind, there's 8 people sitting 20 yards away. He's going to jail. Okay? And finally, somebody realizes, okay, look, he's a dummy. He just didn't realize you can't do this. And I'm still in handcuffs, okay? They stand me up, and he's like, "You're about the dumbest person I've ever met. I can't believe you do something like this." And I'm like, "Yeah, I can't believe we got to where we're at now either. This all should have never happened." And you're like, "Well, we're gonna go ahead and cut you loose, and we're gonna, we'll get back with you after the holidays on this." And I was like, "I understand." He gets one handcuff undone, it comes out, and I hear over the radio, "Yeah, that shotgun's coming back as stolen." My hand goes right back in the
jeez.
handcuffs. I'm like,
Wow.
my boss gave me a stolen shotgun. Now, it wasn't stolen. What it was, it got stolen from him, and they recovered it, but it never got taken off the stolen firearms. And I'm thinking,
Gosh.
this bastard's out of town. He's at a ski resort in Vermont. There's no chance I'm ever going to get him on the phone. I'm going to jail for Christmas. And I'm going to stay there until well after Christmas before anybody can come get me.
Gosh.
Yeah, somehow managed to talk my way out of that and went home that day. But not the first time nor the last time I've almost gotten shot.
So you got to tell us though, did you get the bird or not?
No, bird's gone.
Okay.
No, it literally circled around. I'm out, bitches. And I think what we ended up doing.
It's like that was close, but a great show.
Oh, the bird was literally circling the whole time, like, "Do now, bitch. You ain't got nothing on me." And then literally, I'm thinking, would one of the cops just shoot it? Let me get this over with. I need to bill this job.
Jeez.
So, next week, I'll tell you about the time I almost got shot in front of a hair cuttery. Yeah, another bird job.
Oh God. Jeez. You and people with guns, right?
Hey, look, guns have been in my life in one form or fashion literally my entire life. It's interesting. You say you come to guns late. I've had guns literally since I was 8 years old. I've been shooting since I was 8. I am not what you would consider to be a good shot, but there have been points in my life where I have been, just because the amount of lead that you put down range, the amount of trigger time you put in.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I miss those days. Now
Yeah.
I'm old.
Gosh. Matthew's over in the shop turning on every single machine. So we apologize for any extra noise.
Yeah, it might be time to, how long are we in?
Like 15 minutes.
There's no way we've only done 15.
Yeah. Yeah. How long have we been going, Chad?
Yeah, about 20, 25.
Really? Wow. 2025?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. I know for next week, and we have to still work out the details, but we're gonna have Mike on the podcast for the first time. So we're either gonna add a mic or we're gonna lose a person.
Ooh, can we do a coin toss?
It'll
or
be
is it just
execution
gonna be me?
style. Yeah.
No comments wins.
Yeah.
Who? Yeah.
Comment who you want to see on the podcast most.
Or least. Who do we kill?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we can do an F, Marry, kill.
Gosh.
Madman Mike.
Oh,
It's gonna be
man.
fun.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna be fun.
Yeah, he that's funny. We poached three
That's
of our
an
guys.
Interesting term that you come up with there.
Yeah, we poached 3 of our guys from one place. We'll bring that place up later.
Yeah, after
But-
the contract signed.
Yeah, right. We poached 3 of our guys from one place, and they all left, because we offered, I guess, a better opportunity. I don't know the details that Travis gave them.
Well, no,
you
I
know,
mean, there's no two ways around it. They're an established company where they work.
Yeah.
You know.
there's not a ton of room for growth
Well,
in
no,
a place like that.
There was, I think they saw here the level of the innovation. Like, and that's one of the beautiful things about working for a small company is you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like literally, you guys, you want to build a double barrel 1911? Go ahead. Nothing's stopping you.
Is that physically possible?
Yeah, it already exists.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you knew to go.
Yeah, I'm new to guns. Tell me more. No, it already exists. Actually, with the advent of the 3D printing, the number of oddball things that are getting built out there is unbelievable. I was cruising Reddit the other day, and I saw a guy took this portion, okay, of 3 different handguns. Like, they were all the same kind. But he had 3 of them lined up on a plastic printed lower with 1 trigger in the back that moved 3 hammers. So they all fired at the same time.
Oh, wow.
1 trigger pull, bam! All three slides and barrels
Good Lord.
ran at the same time.
That's wild.
Yeah. So it's amazing what you can come up with when world's your oyster. Like, you build whatever you want, you know. But if you work in the corporate world, you have to kind of, you know, fill out paperwork and follow the doctrine, get it past your boss, you know, make sure everybody's on board.
Yeah, it's a little less fun. You can't break rules. Here we can
We break everything.
do whatever
here.
we want.
We can break machines. We can break spirit.
Ask Tim how we do that.
Okay, so what you do is you start a conversation, a meaningful one, by the way, and while you're having it, absentmindedly grab a part, stick it in the machine, push go. Done. There you go. There's $100,000.
Jeez. Everything fan out yesterday with whatever happened?
I left. Don't know.
Gosh.
No, yeah, I think everything was fine. I didn't, nobody called to say don't come back, so it couldn't have been too bad.
Almost the day we lost him.
Hey, so sorry. You were so close.
Gosh.
I am
Dadgummit, man.
literally, what? Okay, first I was, what, the Fed? Now I'm the hemorrhoid, something that won't go away.
Yeah. That's perfect.
Hey, I don't care what you call me, as long as I'm getting paid.
Yeah. Good Lord, that's funny. Nah.
So we've got back to business here.
Yeah, let me make sure that we're not missing anything.
Other than Travis.
Yeah, gosh. Here's your chance if you want to talk trash.
Oh no, I would never
can.
talk trash about him.
Okay.
He's like, no, I already told him the other
You
day.
feel like it's kicking a kid while he's down?
Yeah, to a degree. Like,
Okay.
I don't.
Tim
mind
said it.
making funny ha-has at him, because you can read the room and kind of go like, "Aw, he's getting a little hurt. I need to woe up." You gotta. But if he's not here and I go too far, then his wife will tell him to fire me and be in trouble.
Go to work. Put Tim in his place.
Yeah.
If he ever opens his mouth again, I'll come for him.
No, Travis is a menacing individual, but I would never tangle with his wife. Not once. She's a great person, but nope, I ain't fighting with her.
Jeez, man. Yeah. So last thing, I know we mentioned it earlier. We're going to a shooting competition
Yep.
this weekend.
Yep. It's supposed to be cold.
Yeah, it's gonna be down in the low 20s, I think. So that's gonna be a fun and bright morning.
I wonder if it's going to affect the turnout. Like, I wonder if you're still going to have a bunch of diehards.
Yeah.
I'm sure you will, but
I mean, it's Chatham and Effingham and
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like it's all these counties, so 100%.
so what do you like? Do you have cold weather gear? Can you spend an entire day outside in 29-degree weather? And I know there's a whole country out there that's currently sub-zero, going 29.
Yeah, you guys shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But you have to remember, we're all Florida boys, so like 29 is the apocalypse. Like,
Yeah,
we're done.
yeah, it's great.
65, we're in full winter gear.
Yeah. Well, speak for yourself, man.
Yeah, you're cold.
It's funny. I was lounging around the house yesterday. Went outside. I had shorts and this hoodie on. And I guess it's like low 30s, upper 20s. My wife's like, "Are you not cold?" I was like, "Well, two things. One, I was outside for all of 10 seconds. Two, I've got so much hair on my legs. It's like a fur coating, so
Okay.
I don't need nothing."
There's a third option, okay? And this ain't me poking at you. This is scientific, medical, relevant, okay?
Big boy, warm-blooded.
Nope. Do you know that redheads actually have a genetically different pain tolerance? So much so that nurses and doctors have to actually alter and change your, like, gauge your responses. When you go, "Oh, no, it doesn't hurt as bad," they automatically go, add, like when they say, "Hey, what's your pain scale, 1 to 10?" They always add like another 1 or 2 because the way Gingers feel pain is significantly different than normal people.
Don't forget it. I'm more of a man than you are.
Hey, look, man, you can in every way. What are you pushing? 230? 215?
116. Just kidding.
Your imagination weighs more than that.
I don't know what what it was the last time I pushed weights like that.
Oh my gosh.
It's been many years.
I snatched the boy up the other day and realized it's time to start working out again. He's a
Gosh.
grown man.
Jeez. Oh yeah, so he showed you a hoodie that was like how much money?
$500. $500. And to be honest with you, in the grand spectrum of my son's fashion taste, which by the way, on point, looks good. That's a bargain. Like he's showing me shoes. Hey Dad, check these out. These are $3,800. Okay. Cool. I'm just wondering how many shifts at the Little Caesars you're gonna have to pull to grab those.
It's like 6 months.
No. It'd be a lot more than that. Actually, we did the math on a car because he's 16. He's looking to get in a car, right? Mm-hmm. Dad, I found a Gen 3 Supra. I was like, awesome.
Lord.
Awesome, dude. How much is it? It's only 25 grand. Low miles. It's great. It's like, oh, awesome. Hey, grab that calculator for me, would you? And he's like, all right. I go, $10 an hour. Let's say you can work 20 hours a week. What's that gross? What's gross? Okay, cool. Before taxes. What's taxes?
Oh gosh.
Awesome. How many years, and we did the math while we're driving along, it's like, how many years before you can actually get that car? 5.5 years. It's like, and that's assuming that it doesn't go up. Also assuming that I'm going to pay for everything for the next 5.5 years. So
Yeah,
you
right.
can, and your girl doesn't want anything. That boy,
Gosh.
oh, God, I love him to death, but that boy is smitten in love. I think he's going to Universal next weekend after. When's the Super Bowl? The Super Bowl.
Oh.
It's 2 or 3 weeks, right? Yeah. Well, that's a family tradition. Go to Universal Studios on Super Bowl Sunday because it's empty. No one's there.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Everybody wants to watch football.
Yeah,
Unless you're
everybody's-
me.
Everybody's out doing the thing, so we go to Universal Studios, right? He's taking her on a date to Universal Studios, and by he's taking her on a date, I mean I'm paying for it and his mom's driving him. So,
Jeez.
but yeah, boy's got good taste. What do they call it? Champagne diet with a Pepsi Cola pocket.
Never heard that.
No? Yeah, it's he's rich beyond my expectations. Like I just can't wait for him to get a job. Love you,
Yeah.
son. You're the best.
Jeez. Can he get a job here?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
sitting in the glass cabinet for
Oh,
the
no,
rest
no,
of his
you mean-
days.
I thought you meant Georgia, not here. Here,
No.
no. He would rather die, starve, than.
He said that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was like, dude,
What's
you
so
come to
bad
work for
about
me?
working here?
He goes, all I would do is be in the blast cabinet. And I was like, yeah, it's called work. It's a job. He's like, I'm like, you put your ear pods in, leave you, nobody will bother you, nothing.
That's better than any food industry job.
And would pay better. It would definitely
Yeah.
pay better too. you
Yeah.
know? But hey, man, logic does not enter the brain of a 16-year-old boy. So,
Yeah. No,
if you-
we've all been there.
Yeah, the only
To a
puzzle,
degree.
The only puzzle you're trying to figure out at 16 is how to get the bra undone.
Oh gosh.
Am I wrong? And on that note,
Yeah. Yeah, we've been going long enough. So next week we'll have Mike on.
we'll have the results of the shooting competition because I'm sure we'll probably do some like little.
Yeah,
internal
we'll have
things.
some kind of video content that happens over the weekend. Chad won't be there, so yeah.
Edit that out, okay? Just saying, bro. I want you here next week.
Your beep.
My wife watches it too.
Yeah, my
Jeez.
wife watches it. Did you want to bring up the eyebrow?
Oh yeah, the
Okay.
fact that you guys are. This will probably be the only time I'll say it. The fact that you guys are assholes for
Okay.
not saying a word.
First off,
I was looking through the YouTube short that got posted of me showing off the LC, and I've just got this black line on the top of my eyebrow. Now,
I only noticed it last
Yeah, and I'm like,
no,
what
in
the
my
heck?
defense,
Nobody noticed and told
didn't-
me?
No, I didn't notice it in person. The only
Gosh.
time I noticed it was under the lights. And literally, I'm sitting down, and I hate being on camera. I hate the sound of my own voice. So, like, when I get home, my wife's like, "Oh, a new one dropped. I can watch it." And
It's like nobody could take their eyes off of that.
and she's sitting there. She goes, "So, what's up with Dylan's head?" And I was like, "What do you
Yeah.
mean?" And I look, and I'm like, "Did he shave that shit off?"
Yeah, no.
Looks like he shaved it off and drew it back on with mascara or
No,
something.
and I know exactly what it was because I was putting the guns all together beforehand, so it was just the dirt and the grime from the range, and I'm just
Wow.
did that.
Well, hey, man, you
but
pulled
somehow
it
it
off.
just looked perfectly that it was like a eyeliner or something. I was like, what the freak, man?
Yeah. No, but I
Gosh.
didn't notice it in person, or I definitely would not have said anything.
Yeah.
But it was
I'll
obvious.
club you like a baby seal.
Aw. Yes. I'm having an
Jeez.
effect. Succumbing to my will.
Jeez. But yeah, so thanks for that, everybody.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
like and subscribe.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we've moved on from Fed Stash to Grease Brow, or what are we gonna call it?
Tim, the permanent hemorrhoid.
Yeah, the hemorrhoid. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Again, if you you place an order and you put hashtag FedStash or hashtag Tim's a Fed, preferably Tim's a Fed, because now he's shaved the
Undercover now.
mustache.
Undercover.
It's like, what the heck, man? You just killed the whole vibe.
Dude, I'm telling you what, I woke up that morning, my wife started in on me like, "Hey, you're looking old and dying." I was like, went to the bathroom and looked. I'm like, I don't remember this mustache coming in all gray. And I was like, it's time to go. I'm done with it.
Jeez.
So, yeah, undercover.
Hey, at
now.
least your eyebrows, are still the
Dude,
color that they
eyebrows
were.
I've never had a problem with. I've had, like,
The moment those start turning gray, you got issues.
you honestly think I'm gonna live long enough for them to turn gray?
I'm just saying. I'm
Nope.
just saying.
Nah.
Maybe those issues, hold off for a little while.
Not based on what my wife says. She's like, you got one foot in the grave and another on a banana peel.
Gosh.
Love you, honey.
Oh man. Well, we'll go ahead and cut it there. We got to get back to work. So
Love you.
Tim's got to break
Bye.
another machine.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
so you guys have a good one. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.
Deuces.